Good morning, Team Space Invaders. Welcome to the 2020-2021 Academic Awards. We're excited to be here today with you to recognize your achievement in the classroom. We want to thank you for such an amazing year. We talk a lot about the hurdles that we've had to overcome to have school this year. And I hope, just on a personal note, that one of the takeaways for us will be that we realize how important being together and having those social relationships are, and being able to spend time with our friends and our family and being at school. I think those are things that potentially we had taken for granted in the past because it just happened. It always happened, right? We were always able to hang out with our friends. We were always able to come to school. I hope now that we are a little more appreciative of the opportunities we have to be together, because I think that if anything this pandemic has highlighted is that those meaningful connections are really important to our lives and to our happiness. So I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to recognize your achievement as a team in the classroom, and just want to go over a couple of thank yous really fast before we get started. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Schmickens. You guys know Mr. Schmickens. He's in the cafeteria a lot. He's our head custodian. Mr. Schmickens and his team are responsible for how beautiful the gym looks, how nice our building looks all the time. I think the building is like 17 years old now, and you would not be able to tell that because Mr. Schmickens and his team do such an incredible job. But really appreciate him and his team for making the gymnasium look beautiful for today's award ceremony. I want to thank Mrs. Oftenkamp. Mrs. Oftenkamp is the secretary who sits closest to me in the office. She actually runs all of the award ceremony processes. She touches base with the teachers. She's the one who double and triple checks the GPAs. She communicates with your parents when your parents have questions. She organizes these tables. She has all the certificates done. Mrs. Oftenkamp is amazing and is definitely one of the reasons that we are so successful here, not only for the award ceremony, but just in our general day-to-day operations. It's her hard work and her willingness to do anything for you guys to make sure that we have a great day and a great year. So thank you to Mrs. Oftenkamp. I want to thank Mr. Cogdell and the tech team for all of their hard work. I think one of the things that we have grown through this year in the pandemic is our ability to be more present with people who can't physically be here. And it's through his hard work and his team's hard work that we have been able to broadcast today live. And also then it will be recorded and on the internet for later use on our Comments Live YouTube page. So I think it's really important that we thank Mr. Cogdell and his team because they've gone above and beyond to really make this a successful year. So thank you to him. And then finally, thank your teachers. How about a round of applause for your teachers? You guys have a great team of teachers. You guys have a great team of teachers. I hope you know that. I hope you leave this year realizing that you're incredibly fortunate to collectively have this group of individuals working with you throughout the school year. They're caring, they're compassionate, they're funny, they're nice, but they're also really good teachers. And I think that it's important that you guys recognize a little bit. When we came into the school year and Mrs. Newhoff and I were having conversations with our teaching staff about what July and August would look like, if you think back to July and August, it was kind of scary. And then we said to teachers like, hey, we're going to throw you into classrooms with, 25 kids. And we expect you to show up to work every day and do a great job. Oh, yeah, and be really nice to them because they're all living in a pandemic. And these guys, our teaching staff, showed up from day one, ready to go, focused on creating a safe learning environment for you guys. And if it wasn't for our teachers, we wouldn't have been able to have the school year that we had. So I think another round of applause is totally appropriate for our teachers for all of the sacrifices they made. But without further ado, we're not here to hear me talk. We're here to recognize you and celebrate you guys and your academic achievement in the classroom. So I'd like to invite Mr. Draga up to read the honors list.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, I know we're here to recognize a set group of kids as far as their academics, but I just want to congratulate everybody for, like Mr. Gibson said, for making it through this tough year and for making it a good year in my classroom, that's for sure. The following students have earned the academic award for honors for the 2020-2021 school year. To have earned honors recognition, a student must have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.0 to 3.49 for the first 2 trimesters of the school year. Congratulations go to Sophia Anadiotis, McKenna Bottomley, Keegan Carpenter Sanchez, Aaron Cortez, Riley Dyer, Logan Farlow, Riley Grooms, Liza Jenkins, Elijah Kender, Erica Malone, Taylor Marshall, Cooper Miller, William Nash, Carly Pleben, Naisha Reed, Emma Snodgrass, Isabella Thomas Friend, and the last for our honors group is Akira Thompson. All right, let's give this group a round of applause. Okay, great job, everybody. You can be seated. Next up will be Mr. Limpert, who'll be giving out the High Honors Awards.
The following students have earned the Academic Award for High Honors for the 2020-2021 school year. To have high honors recognition, a student must achieve a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.999 for the first 2 trimesters of the school year. Congratulations to Olivia Bailey, Brooke Baker, Brianna Bronham, Angelique Cherney, Dylan Coughlin, Egan Gullums, Livia Jenkins, Michaela Croson, Mackenzie Reitzel, Jonathan Roberts, Robert Takis, Gavin Taliano, Colt Woke, and Kenzie Younes. Congratulations, high honored recipients. Okay, thank you, students. You can take a seat. And now Mr. Latto will be recognizing our all A's recipients.
Good morning. The following students have earned the Academic Award for All A's for the 2020-2021 school year. Congratulations to Zoe Bali, Eden, Cora Pritt, Kendall Richardson, Carmela Rivera, Roxy Trunzo, Noah Von Canel, and special note, Noah has had A's for 3 years in a row. Amaya Walsh, Chris Welsh, and Cole Zakowski. Congratulations. You got it.
All right, so the next portion of our program will be the department awards. Teachers were allowed to just pick one or two students in which they wanted to recognize for a variety of things. It could be academics, it could be behavior in the classroom, it could be following the guidelines of PBIS. You know, it could just be that you were a really great classmate and a great peer, a peer role model potentially. So there is a variety of criteria in which you could have been selected for these awards, but each teacher was given the opportunity to select students to specifically point out something that they were proud of throughout the school year. First up will be Mr. Draga with his Language Arts Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. All right, now I know many of you would not choose language arts as your favorite class. However, I also know that every year, a few students show up who, although it may not be their favorite, they do make it seem as though it is, and they come to class and just give it their best effort every day. These students show up with a great attitude, regardless of the topic. They show up prepared, and they always have a smile on their face. I'd like to call them both up, and then I'll say a few words about both of them. They're very similar. I'd like to thank them for everything they've done this year, and I want to wish them the best of luck in the future. And although there were several to choose from, and it was tough to pick, my two awards this year are going to go to Cora Pritt and Kenzie Eunice. So to say a few words about them, like I said, they're both very, very similar. They both take an active role in the classroom activities and the discussions. They speak their minds while at the same time are considerate of the others in the room. They don't take shortcuts. Instead, they're extremely thoughtful, thorough, meticulous, conscientious. They approach their work with passion and focus. They take pride in everything that they do, and they just simply aren't afraid to work hard, to be themselves, and to lead by example. You two make it a pleasure to teach. I appreciate your approach to language arts and just academics in general. And for me, it goes beyond the academics. These two are good people who do the right things. I can't remember the last time one of them didn't say hello, Mr. Draga, or goodbye, Mr. Draga, or have a nice weekend, Mr. Draga. It's like just part of who they are, and we certainly need more people like these two walking the halls. So congratulations to you two. Next up is going to be Mrs. Sturgeon, who's going to be presenting the award for Mrs. Schenk.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to all of you. You guys all made it through a very difficult year. You all should be very proud of your accomplishments. I am presenting on behalf of Mrs. Schenk. The person she has chosen for her Language Arts Award goes to Brooke Baker. Brooke, would you come on up here? Brooke she is a very sweet young lady that has accepted her challenges to make her educational experience a rewarding one with positive outcomes. She has maintained an A- average for the school year and currently has an A in the class. She has improved her insightfulness and questioning skills. Her work ethic is top-notch. She is a diligent student, always wanting to do her very best. She is also friendly, kind, and respectful to all around her. Congratulations, Brooke.
If I could call forward, I'd like to recognize Angelique Cherney and Cole Zakowski, if you could come forward. My name is Mr. Latto, and I would like to present the Award of Achievement of Excellence in Mathematics to each of these individuals. Each year, a select group of 8th grade students enter the classroom questioning the purpose behind mathematics and where it will lead them in the future. These students are challenged daily with complex mathematical concepts that link a concrete knowledge with abstract knowledge base. This transformation from concrete to abstract, with the notion that abstractions become new concretes so one can build on what they know to develop true algebraic thinking, is what makes these individuals so outstanding. For the last year, these students have dedicated many hours of their time to understanding and appreciating the wonders of mathematics. There is no better student than the one who wants to learn. These qualities are what makes Angelique and Cole such exceptional mathematicians. I would now like to present Angelique Cherney and Cole Zakowski with the Excellence in Mathematics Award. Thank you. Angelique, there we go. Yep. Thank you. Congratulations.
Good morning once again. I am also presenting for Mrs. Shank for her math class. Her math award goes to Mackenzie Reitzel. Mackenzie, can you come on up here? Mackenzie has maintained an A+ average for the school year. She has grown in her insightfulness and her commitment to using prior knowledge to solve problems. She always accepts challenges of difficult concepts, and she will work with a focus on detail. She strives to do her best on every assignment and test. She is a pleasant young lady with a happy personality. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
Hello, I want to congratulate you guys as well for going through this year. Tough years. We had to endure a lot of things science-wise, especially in our class, in my classroom, with having to look and learn through those dividers was a very difficult task for you guys, especially early. I know Mr. Gibson came in one day and was like, man, that is tough to see the board. It's tough to see. And you guys did a great job of fighting through that and doing well this year. My two students, one of them is not here, which is Carmela Rivera and Olivia Bailey. Could you come up? This year, I'll talk about Carmela first, even though she's not here. She's a student who had a passion for science, always wanting to learn more about science and how things worked. She participated in class discussion, whether asking or answering questions. If there's a challenging question through discussion in a class, she was always the first one to go find it. She was really intrigued on understanding the different things that make science work or make whatever it was that we're learning from physical to earth to life sciences. Very polite, hardworking, joy to have in class, a role model for other students. She earned A's in each trimester of the trimesters, I should say, A's in each of the trimesters. She will have an extremely bright future in science, and that was Carmela Rivera. And our other student, Olivia. Olivia was a very patient, determined student who takes learning seriously. And as teachers, we truly appreciate that. She works well with others in groups or partners when we're doing either activities or labs, which also sets a good example to other students, because you're going to have to do that in a work day when you get into the workforce. She only knows how to give great effort. And with that great effort is going to make her successful in whatever she does. She did not miss one single assignment all year. She also had A's the entire year or each trimester. Makes teaching enjoyable. She's a pleasure to have in class, and I know you'll be successful in the future. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mr. Limpert, 8th grade social studies teacher. First, I'd like to bring up my 2020-2021 social studies students of the year, Amaya Walsh and Chris Welsh. Come on down. In 8th grade social studies, we learn about the United States history from the age of exploration through the Civil War Reconstruction. In history class, we learn about events and figures that shape our American democracy. We learn about the struggle to secure our civil rights and the responsibilities we have to guard these rights. We learn what it means to be an American. This morning, I'd like to recognize these two students. Both have achieved academically. They're diligent, intelligent students. They're curious. They ask questions. They just don't sit and wait for the answers. They're conscientious, hardworking, and cooperative. They're an example that encourages and inspires their peers to do more. For these reasons, I'd like to recognize Chris and Amaya as the Social Studies Students of the Year. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Awesome.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Perry, and I will be presenting the 8th grade band award. Could I please call up Tori Miller? Tori is a student that demonstrates high achievement on flute. She is motivated and determined to push herself to master all of her music and seek out more. She not only participates in our band and pep band, but also in a 4-H band that plays music that's advanced even for high school. You have been a student of mine for 3 years. For 3 years, the 4 walls of our band room have seen you on your best days, and they've probably seen you on your worst. For 3 years, you have filled the room with music, and you have grown as a musician and a young lady. The 4 walls of our band room will miss you, and so will I. I look forward to all that you will do in high school and high school band, and I can't wait to hear you play trombone in the marching band and flute in the concert band. Congratulations.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I can't believe you guys are leaving us to be 9th graders. When I think of this class, the main thing that comes to mind when you guys were 6th graders is that you did not know how to walk from class to class. You would run, all of you. And I just remember, slow down, slow down. You were so anxious to go class to class. I think you've mastered that skill, so there's no danger of you running around the halls of the high school. But I want to congratulate all of you. You've done a great job This has been a crazy year. You led by example. You're really a great group of students, and I'm really proud to just congratulate you and wish you well at the high school. I'm going to leave you today with a couple words from Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. You guys really have done a great job. And in order to do a great job, you have to have great teachers. So could we give them a round of applause one more time? I would also like to thank your parents for trusting us to teach you guys this year and allowing us to be a big part of your lives. So this concludes our award ceremony. Thank you for your stellar behavior during this awards ceremony. I'm very impressed with how quiet and positive you guys all were. So the teachers will dismiss you probably by class, and thanks again for coming. Thank you.